feel terrible. Get away from the door. You're done.
Inside a cramped trailer in Boulder, Colorado, a mother fought for her life while her children sat just steps away, unaware that everything was about to change forever. What began as another argument in a fractured marriage quickly escalated into a devastating crime, one that would tear a family apart and expose the terrifying reality of domestic violence. It was June 18, 2018, in Boulder, a day cloaked in gray skies and unyielding rain. The downpour had turned the dirt roads of the Ponderosa Mobile Home Park into thick, sticky mud, while storm clouds hung low, pressing down on the already suffocating air. Inside a narrow travel trailer, Deborah DePinto, her husband Scott Beaumont Jones, and their children were crammed into a space far too small for the storm raging within. The trailer had become less a home and more a pressure cooker, its thin walls unable to contain the bitterness, resentment, and hostility that had festered over years. What once began with shared dreams and love had curdled into a toxic routine of arguments, manipulation, and exhaustion. The warmth that had once bound them together was gone, replaced by an atmosphere so thick with contempt it felt almost physical, inescapable, and ready to ignite. Inside, the air was heavy, saturated with unspoken words and unresolved tension. The walls, meant to offer shelter, now felt like a cage, trapping them in a relationship that had become nothing but a slow-burning disaster. Their teenage daughter, fully aware of the toxic energy, sought refuge in the family car, hoping a little distance would bring a moment of peace. Meanwhile, their 11-year-old son remained inside, either unaware or unwilling to accept just how close everything was to collapse. That evening, as the rain continued to fall, preparations were underway for the children to visit their grandparents for a brief vacation. It was supposed to be a respite from the constant fighting, the unbearable tension, and the pervasive unease that defined their home life. For the children, even a short escape offered relief. For Deborah, the trip meant something far deeper. It wasn't just about giving the kids a break from the chaos. It was her chance to finally break free from Scott Beaumont Jones, to end the toxic marriage for good. She had made her decision. Once the children were safely away, Scott would no longer be welcome in the trailer. His presence had become suffocating, a living reminder of years of pain, betrayal, and disappointment. Scott sensed the shift. He wasn't blind to how she had pulled away, how her patience had worn thin, how she no longer participated in their endless cycle of arguments and forced reconciliation. This time felt different. Once the kids were gone, Deborah would sever ties completely. There would be nothing keeping him tethered to their home. The thought of being discarded filled him with dread, twisting into desperation. On June 18, 2018, a surveillance camera in the mobile home park captured a heartbreaking chain of events that would become crucial evidence. Deborah's 3-year-old daughter was seen climbing into a nearby car trying to escape the relentless arguing. Deborah walked toward the communal laundry room, Scott close behind. She wanted to ensure the kids had clean clothes packed for the airport, but Scott wasn't finished with their confrontation. Because of recent thefts, the park owner had installed a hidden camera disguised as a pack of chocolates. While it didn't record the inside of the laundry room, it captured the audio as the argument escalated. What began as another shouting match spiraled violently out of control.
I thought there was some common sense with you.
Well, I thought he knew that you don't remember being in there.
He doesn't know.
I didn't. So that's why you had to tell me. What are you doing over there? I'm getting one. Get out of here, this common sense. We're fighting for an hour over nothing. I'm done.
The confrontation intensified, Deborah's frustration pouring through her voice. Then came the sounds of struggle, followed by her desperate cries for help. The audio grew muffled, as if she were being silenced.
You make me feel terrible. Get away from the door.
For 47 unbearable minutes, only Scott's heavy breathing and the pacing of his footsteps filled the air. Deborah lay lifeless on the cold floor. In a fit of rage, Scott had strangled her until she stopped breathing. He offered no assistance, made no call for help, instead remaining consumed by what he had done. Eventually, Scott returned to the trailer where his son waited. In a deeply disturbing act, he took the boy by the hand and led him back to the laundry room, forcing him to witness his mother's lifeless body.
He's gone, man. Oh my God. 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 Please, Mama, wake up, Mama, please. Oh God. Oh God. Please do help us. Oh God. Please.
The child's cries filled the room as he begged for her to wake. Scott pretended to be horrified, though he was the source of the tragedy. Moments later, he handed the phone to his son, instructing him to call 911. Deputy Mike T. arrived first on the scene, finding Scott crouched over Deborah's body, playing the role of a grieving husband. But the evidence soon revealed the truth. The officers began interviewing the children, now motherless. Initially, police lacked enough evidence to charge Scott and were preparing to release him. Then, the trailer park owner provided the hidden camera footage. The hour-long recording became the cornerstone of the case.
Get on her head, get on her head, get on her head. How long did you find her here?
I don't know.
Did you find her here?
No. She started passing my everything.
Oh, I understand.
I can't live without her.
Well,
I don't make it without her. She's my whole life. She's my whole life.
She needs you to be, she can hear you right now, okay? So she needs you to be strong for her, all right? So take a deep breath, okay? The best people that can possibly be working on her, okay? Does she take any opiates or heroin?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is there a possibility? Has she ever used them?
All we hear about is smokes that damn pipe where they heat up the end and they stick it in that stuff.
The paramedics needed to know if Deborah was a drug user, so they could revive.
What do you know right now?
that she fell in there and some like to her neck. Yeah, he was.
She had a what to her neck?
He said that she did like this to her neck, like when she fell. But she fell in the laundry room, and then he started doing CPR on her.
After reviewing it, detectives called Scott back in and showed him the video he never knew existed. It revealed that he had remained with Deborah's body for 47 minutes without intervening, contradicting his claims. Confronted, Scott insisted it was an accident, claiming Deborah fell face down. Detectives pressed harder. He grew defensive, eventually asking for a lawyer. At that moment, police charged him with Deborah DePinto's murder. Once handcuffed, his demeanor shifted. He tried to portray himself as the victim, claiming he had merely reacted to years of pain.
I love my wife and she loves me, man. And I have no idea how that went down like that today, dude.
Okay.
When she fell, yeah, she was face down, she fell.
Did something happen in that room that...
No way, man. No way.
I mean, I know accidents happen. If you're arguing, did something happen that went too far? Did she have a heart attack and die?
No, man. So I'm tired. I want to get my kids home. And I've answered a lot of questions. I've been very cooperative.
Scott was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. The hidden footage was pivotal, unraveling his lies and providing a precise timeline. The trial began in December 2019. Prosecutors presented a meticulous case, leaving no detail unexamined. The most damning evidence was the surveillance footage, played in a silent courtroom as jurors watched Deborah's final moments. Gasps echoed as her pleas for mercy were heard. Witnesses described the volatile marriage, the arguments, the tension, and the emotional damage. Experts confirmed that strangulation required intent, that it was never accidental. Scott remained emotionless, showing no remorse. The jury deliberated carefully but swiftly. Scott was found guilty of second-degree murder and child abuse. Justice was served, but it could never bring Deborah back. Her children were left to carry the unbearable weight of that night, trauma etched permanently into their lives. For Deborah's family, the verdict was justice, but not closure. No sentence could undo the pain of losing her. Her death became a chilling reminder of how quickly domestic disputes can escalate into tragedy. In the years since, Deborah's story has been invoked by advocates striving to break the silence around domestic violence, urging others to recognize warning signs before it's too late. Her legacy has become more than a tragedy, it is a call to action.